seeing with
Yeah,
this?
absolutely. Here we go. So just a tornado-warned storm. We've been monitoring this cell in Virginia for a little bit here. Essentially, you had a storm to the north and a storm to the south. Both of them, their winds coming together to create a little bit of rotation and enough to prompt a tornado-warned storm. This would be coming right into portions of Charles County near Riston, up towards Marbury. What I'm showing you right here is the rotation within the storm itself. And this is the part where if a tornado was to drop, and this is radar indicated right now, no eyes on this or anything, but this is the zone right across Maryland 224 between Risen and Marbury there. That would be where if a tornado was to touch down, where it would be. So zooming things out here on radar for you. This is the storm that we're monitoring. I have it on what we call radar velocity at the moment, but we'll get you back over to what it just looks like on radar. And tell you what, these are some of the more intense cells that we have seen today. So this is the storm in the north that kind of kicked wind out of it. It interfered with the wind to the south, and right in between there, you just get this turning to the winds. And that's why the National Weather Service, for the next 9 minutes, they've put this up until 6:30 p.m. tonight for extreme western portions of Charles County. We'll see if it holds together. A lot of times, eventually, the wind fields kind of disrupt the rotation, and it ends up dying down. They end up being more short-lived tornado warnings, but we're certainly going to monitor it. I'll tell you what, this orange box right here, what we call a considerable severe thunderstorm warning, that severe thunderstorm warning up, I believe, till 6:30 as well. And that just means that this storm has a history of producing some winds that could be up to about 70 miles per hour. There have been damage reports as these cells have come out of Virginia, so they have a history of producing some damage that we're going to have to continue to monitor for you. But yes, we continue to kind of focus in on this area. It's part of a big, broad area of rotation. And I'll ask my producer real quick, have we jumped in on DCA? Because we want to make sure that viewers are aware on that we are now on DCA for you guys as well, bringing you the latest on this tornado-warned storm, or we will be rather shortly. But what we are showing you here is, again, the severe thunderstorm warning. It encompasses DC, Prince George's County, right down through Charles County. Tornado-warned storm just went up. It's only up for the next 8 minutes here. But folks in Waldorf, folks near La Plata, look, you guys, of course, down that way have had your fair share of tornadoes over the year, kind of Maryland's Tornado Alley down that way. So we know you all know how to handle these when you are getting severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings down that way. So we just want to give you the heads up. Again, essentially two cells, their outflow boundaries colliding, leading to some tight rotation there. That is giving you this tornado-warned storm. So for our viewers here, I know we're interrupting, I believe, Family Feud on DCA, but we just want to give you a heads up. We're trying to keep folks down in southern Maryland and Charles County safe, as they've just had a tornado warning go up. It will remain up for the better part of the next 7 minutes here, and then we'll get you back to programming, assuming that they do drop this tornado warning. Marbury's in the path of this guy. If it holds together, La Plata, you're kind of right on the edge of it there. If it holds together and they extend it, Hughesville, Waldorf, La Plata would all be within the kind of realm of where this intense storm could be. You're all under a severe thunderstorm warning, though, as this storm itself is expected to cross you as we head through the better part of the next 30 minutes or so. So we'll continue to monitor this. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and pop on and we'll see. We're getting new scans in out of the radar here at Reagan National Airport. So the latest area where the rotation is, it's right where the green and the red are kind of mixed there. So now crossing over 425 south of Millard's Mill, north of well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, but north of the mountain there, that is where your rotation would be, right in this general vicinity. So now just down to the south and to the east of Marbury there, your rotation, or your low-level rotation that has prompted this tornado-warned cell, is right in that general vicinity. So folks down that way, we want you seeking shelter, lowest level of your home and any portions of most interior portion of your home that you can get to if you happen to not have a lowest level. Put as many walls between you and the outside as you possibly can. We just want folks to remain as safe as they can as this cell goes on by. Nothing has been confirmed out of this yet. There's a different kind of look at it that's a little higher up within the storm. Just gives us an idea of how organized it is, but it is right in this general area right here where that rotation would be. So Pomotsky, it is going to pass just down to the south. south of you. La Plata, if it holds on its path, it's probably passing just to the north of you. But even so, you see where these colors are meeting. That's a decent amount of wind that is heading in your direction. So expect probably within the next 10 minutes, 15 minutes, that this cell is going to hit you, and it's going to have some pretty good winds with it as it continues its journey off to the east here. And you can see Gwen there throwing up some towns for you. Risen here, 625, so just within, well, right about now. Red Hill, 631, 636 for Ripley, Marshall's Corner after that. And if it does hold together and they end up extending this warning, it would be 6:48 p.m. when it reaches the La Plata area. So we're continuing to monitor this cell for you that the National Weather Service has gone ahead and put this warning on. We'll expand things out and just show you. This is all along a line of some very heavy thunderstorms. It has had several severe thunderstorm warnings with it. This has been the most intense. You got a severe thunderstorm warning, and within it, you have a considerable one and a tornado warning. Charles County certainly getting the worst of the cell right now. Down to the south, closer to the Richmond area, they got severe thunderstorm warnings as well. And off to the north, I saw, if you've been watching at all the World Cup, I know they've delayed the game in Philadelphia. That's expected to resume now around 7 o'clock this evening because of the severe weather that's moving on through. But right now, again, our focus kind of on that cell down in southern Maryland, that tornado-warned cell that's pushing into western portions of Charles County. And this happens a lot when you have these lines that are organizing. Essentially, you just have winds that are colliding, that these storms are outputting, that is leading to this rotation developing. So we'll go in right it now again onto our velocity. And I'm actually going to take a radar out of Andrews Air Force Base. The data comes in a little slower, but we'll try and back it up for you so I can show you exactly how. And it looks to me, and this would be a good sign that they might not extend it past 6:30, at least on the Andrews Air Force radar, it looks like the rotation is trying to weaken, or at least it's getting kind of outflanked on its northern side just a little bit. DCA still a bit more intense. So this one's out of Reagan National Airport. Each airport locally has a radar that gets us the lower levels of the atmosphere. So you just got a little bit more activity there. Just south of Pomsky, you got winds moving away from the radar. And then to the south of it, you got winds moving towards it. So you got this rotation right in there. We'll go in tighter. I'll get you a bit of a street view for folks who are in Charles County. This would now be crossing right around the Ripley area, Marshall's Corner, just along Maryland 225. And these would be the areas where we would want you to be taking shelter. If it holds on, Marshall's Corner, Eventual, Holly Estates there, Bryce, you would be in the path if they do extend it. And radar data coming in like minute by minute here, so they're trying to keep you updated. The wind field does look like it's getting disrupted a little bit, which is a very good news to see here on radar. We are showing you National Harbor Cam, which is looking down. You can see a bit of the lowering in the cloud deck there, which is kind of classic signature that you got a little bit of rotation happening. I don't see anything that looks like a funnel. Certainly don't see any tornado on that camera at least, but not 100% confident on the range of it. So we certainly want folks treating it as if there is a tornado on the ground. But at the moment, this is set to expire in just about 2 minutes here, and then we'll get you back to programming. Number of warnings for you, a big list of them for you there. Charles County, this warning for you until 6:30, so about another minute and a half. And then severe thunderstorm warnings for everybody else till about 6:30, 7 o'clock this evening, as this line of intense thunderstorms comes across. Again, what's jumping out to me at the moment, I don't believe that they're going to extend this. I think they're going to let this expire as the rotation's just not quite as tight as it was just a little bit ago. But we'll continue to monitor it and let you know if they do happen to. But I will say western portions of this box, so if you're kind of over near the Potomac River on the Charles County side, you're now out of where this rotation would be. It would be the extreme eastern flank of this particular box that we would be watching here. Less than a minute now left in this tornado warning. I haven't seen, usually by now they would have extended it if they were going to. I haven't seen them do that just yet. We'll check on some of the chatter for you from the National Weather Service and let you know if they're thinking about doing that. I don't believe they are. But they are going to, it looks like, leave up at least a considerable severe thunderstorm warning here. But at the moment, they haven't had any sightings of any tornado on the ground, and they're likely going to let this expire here within the next minute or two. There you go. It has officially dropped. So over on DCA, we will get you back to programming. If another tornado warning should go up, we will come back to you here on DCA. Otherwise, join us on Fox Local, and we'll keep you up to date on all the weather and all the news of the day. But that's it for now. Please be safe as they storms roll on through.